Something urgent is happening right now, and you need to know. If you stop watching, you will be ignoring essential information that can define your future. What I am about to reveal in this video could be the difference between being prepared for what is coming and being completely taken by surprise. This is not an exaggeration, but a warning. The world as we know it is changing. The signs are everywhere: natural disasters, social crises, and increasingly profound divisions. None of this is without precedent. Do you feel like chaos is happening? It's a horrible feeling that many try to ignore. It's not just an impression, it's real. By watching this video, you are about to understand exactly what's at stake. Let me be direct. This is no ordinary video. What you are going to hear here will not be said elsewhere. You are about to seize an opportunity to prepare for the most challenging days that humanity has faced. We are talking about an event that was predicted and warned about. Imagine days of complete darkness, a global blackout that will leave the world paralyzed. There will be no light, communication, or external help. Only those who prepare now will have the chance to face what is coming. What I will reveal here is not just a prediction or a theory. It is a call for you to take real action right now. It is not about fear, but about an opportunity to protect your life and the lives of those you love. If you think you can wait, let me warn you, time is against us. Every day, the signs become clearer, more intense. Chaos has begun, and ignoring this can be the biggest mistake anyone can make. No matter what you have planned for the rest of the day, nothing is more important than what I am going to share with you now. If you don't act, it may be too late. This video is more than a warning, it's a guide. I am going to show you how to prepare for the challenges that are at the door. I will share the messages and warnings that have been ignored by many, but that are crucial for those who want to be ready. Here is the most important point. Everything you will hear is essential for your physical and spiritual survival. It's not just about storing food or preparing your home, it's about something bigger. It's about protecting yourself from something that goes far beyond what meets the eye. Do you want to ensure the safety of your family and find peace amidst the chaos? Watch until the end. What I am going to reveal here could change the way you see everything around you. Don't leave before you fully understand what's at stake. The clock is ticking, and the world will not wait for you. What is coming is inevitable, but how you will fare depends on the decisions you start making now. Stay with me, and together we will discover how to survive and thrive in the midst of the greatest transformation humanity has ever seen. Your life will never be the same after what I am going to reveal. Stop and think for a moment why you are here. It wasn't by chance that you clicked on this video. Maybe it was a recommendation, maybe it was curiosity. But deep down there's something bigger that brought you here. A need for answers. A feeling that something is about to change for good. And you want or need to be prepared. You feel this too. A sense that the world is out of control. That something is wrong, even when everyone around you tries to act like everything were normal. Know that this feeling is not just yours. More and more people realize that we are living in unique times, different from anything we have faced before. Now, faced with so many signs, so many changes, the question arises. A question that no one wants to ask: what is really happening? And most importantly, what can you do about it? This video is not just entertainment. It is a call, a moment to open your eyes and understand that while many are distracted, something bigger is happening. Those who do not see this in time may be overwhelmed by what is to come. Perhaps you have felt restless recently, a sense of urgency, as if something was trying to alert you, to awaken you to the gravity of the moment we are living in. What we are about to face will test not only your strength, but also your faith. It will test what you believe, what you value, and how you prepare to protect your life and the lives of those you love. By watching this video, you are already taking an important step. You chose to listen, seek to understand, and, above all, prepare yourself. This puts you ahead of most people. While many prefer to ignore the signs and continue living as if nothing were happening, you chose to inform yourself. I will be straight with you. What I am going to reveal in this video can completely change the way you see the world, but only if you are willing to listen to everything until the end, because it is not just a warning. It is an instruction, path, and every detail matters. You are not alone. Millions of people around the world are beginning to realize that something is wrong, that there is a call in their hearts for change, but few are willing to take the next step. The time to act is not tomorrow or a month from now, it is now. Not because we want to rush you, but because the signs are clearer than ever. We are living the beginning of a transformation that can no longer be ignored, and those who are not ready will face difficulties that could have been avoided. But there is hope, there is a way, and I will show you it. It does not matter who you are, where you are, or what you believe. What matters is what you choose to do from now on. This is the time to take control of your life and prepare for what is to come. Look around you. Notice what is happening in the world. Every day, new news of catastrophes, divisions, and conflicts reaches us. These are not isolated events, but rather a clear pattern that points to something much bigger. We are living in times that not long ago seemed impossible to imagine. Have you noticed how natural disasters are intensifying? Floods, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, devastating storms. The earth seems to be reacting fiercely. At the same time, the divisions between countries, peoples, and even families have never been so deep. While all this happens, a feeling of helplessness grows, as if something is about to collapse. What we see today are signs that we are on the verge of a global transformation. It is as if the world were warning us, calling us to see the gravity of the moment we are living in. The question we need to ask ourselves now is, are we ready for this? The answer for many is no, because while people are distracted by small concerns, the excessive information, and the demands of everyday life, changes are happening at a speed that no one expected. What seemed distant and hypothetical is now here. Wars are intensifying. Tensions are rising between nations. Instability in every corner of the world has never been so high, and this affects not only the economy, but also the security of millions of people. Yet many continue to believe that everything will resolve itself. But I will tell you a truth that few have the courage to face. The world will not go back to what it was before. We are living the end of one cycle and the beginning of another, and this process will be marked by extreme challenges like we have never seen before. Among these challenges, there's one in particular that needs your attention. A deep darkness is approaching, a global blackout, 3 days of total darkness. It will not only be the absence of light, but a period of testing that will separate those who are prepared from those who choose to ignore the signs. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to live in a world where everything stops? No power, no communication, no answers, just silence and darkness. This is the kind of scenario that many people believe to be just fiction, but that has already been warned about by messages and by the signs around us. Scientists are already pointing to the intensification of solar events capable of causing a blackout on a global scale. They know that it is not a question of if, but when. What we are facing goes far beyond predictions. It is a call to act now, while there is still time. You may be wondering why all this is happening. Some say it is just the natural course of humanity. Others believe that we are experiencing the consequences of the choices we have made as a society. Whatever the cause, one thing is certain: we are living in the most challenging times of our lives, and ignoring this is the same as putting yourself in danger. What comes next will not be easy, but there is a way to face all of this with strength and hope. In this video, I will show you how to prepare for what is to come, how to protect your family, and strengthen your faith to face any adversity. Now I ask you, what are you going to do with this information? Will you ignore it, or will you prepare? You have already taken the first step by being here. Do not stop now. We have reached the point where there is no more room for doubt or assumption. What is coming has been announced. The signs are all around us, and preparation is the only alternative. We are on the brink of an event that will not only transform the world, but will test everything we know as a society, as individuals, and as spiritual beings. Listen carefully. A deep darkness approaches. We are not just talking about an electrical blackout, more than 3 days of complete absence of light, hope, and answers. 3 days that will plunge the world into absolute silence, where everything that sustains us, everything that gives us comfort, will be taken away. These days will be a test, and few are truly prepared to face them. Imagine a scenario where the sun disappears and the darkness dominates the planet. There is no communication, there is no way to ask for help, only emptiness, fear, and the challenge of remaining firm in the midst of what seems to be the end. It seems scary, and it is, but this is real. This darkness has already been announced by visions and messages that many choose to ignore. Scientists and experts already warn about intense solar events capable of causing a complete interruption in communications and electrical energy around the globe. The possibility of a global blackout is real, and it could happen sooner than we imagine. It is not a question of if, but of when. During these days, spiritual forces will be in battle as never before. It will be a time when your faith, your determination, and your preparation will be put to the test. It is a call for reflection, but also for action. The prophecies about the 3 days of darkness are not new. They have been mentioned by figures throughout history. These messages are not just warnings, but clear instructions on how to face this moment. Pay attention to what I am going to tell you now, because every detail matters. During these days of darkness, it will be essential to stay in the house. Do not open the doors and windows regardless of what you hear outside. Have food stored for physical and spiritual sustenance. The important thing is to pray. The power of prayer will be your greatest protection against what is outside. This darkness is not just a physical phenomenon, but a period of purification, a time when the world will be confronted with the choices it made, with the path it took. That is why you are listening to this message now, because you have the chance to prepare yourself and, above all, to protect those you love. But I am going to tell you something that no one else tells you. The danger is not just the darkness out there. The biggest test will be to face what is inside you, your fears, your doubts, your uncertainties. It will be a period of deep reflection in which faith will be the only light that will guide you. Many people will ignore these warnings and will continue living as if nothing was happening, believing that these messages are nothing more than exaggerations. But when the time comes, it will be too late to act. Think with me, what are you willing to do to protect your family? How can you ensure that you will be prepared physically and spiritually to face what is to come? This is the time to make a decision. This is the time to act. In the next part, I will show you how to begin this preparation. Let's talk about the practical and spiritual steps you can take today, because ignoring this alert is not an option. The full revelation is yet to come. Every second counts. Now that you understand the gravity of what is coming, it is time to act. It is no use just knowing. Knowledge without action cannot save you. Preparation is essential, and every step you take today can be the difference between safety and chaos when the time comes. What I am going to share here are practical and spiritual guidelines that will help you protect your life, your home, and your family during the challenging times ahead. The first rule is simple. Do not wait for answers from outside. Governments, institutions, or even the technologies you rely on can fail at the most crucial moment. The responsibility to prepare is yours and no one else's. For physical protection, your home will be your refuge during the 3 days of darkness. Your home will only be safe if you act now. Stock up on essential supplies. You will need non-perishable food, enough drinking water for at least 3 days per person, and basic hygiene items. Have blessed candles ready. They will be the only light in your home during the darkness. Make sure you have them prepared and stored in a safe place. Keep matches or lighters accessible. It seems simple, but in chaos, small details make a difference. Close doors and windows, no matter what you hear outside. Do not open them. Sounds may try to deceive you, but you should not give in. Physical preparation is not an exaggeration. It is an act of care for those you love. But do not stop there. What you do spiritually is even more important. For spiritual protection, the strength of faith will be your greatest weapon against fear and despair. The outer darkness is a metaphor for what many carry inside. That is why you need to strengthen your connection with the divine. Pray intensely. The Holy Rosary will be your strength. Each prayer is like a light that pierces the darkness. Have a Bible accessible. Read passages that strengthen your faith and bring peace to your heart. Before the difficult days arrive, seek reconciliation. This purification begins within you. The spiritual challenge is as great as the physical one. Darkness is not only the absence of light, but a test for your soul. Temptations will come, fear, doubt, and the desire to give up. But remember, the light of God always triumphs over darkness. For communication and unity, prepare your family. You do not have to face this alone. It is essential that your family is united and prepared. Explain to those who live with you the importance of this period. Faith and mutual support will be fundamental. If you have children, reassure them, teach them to trust in God, and participate in family prayers. Create an environment of peace, even in the darkness. Harmony within your family will be a beacon of hope. Some actions can ruin everything. Be careful. Do not open doors or windows, regardless of what happens. Curiosity can be fatal. Do not trust information that is not aligned with truth. Many will be deceived by false promises of security. Do not allow fear to control you. It is the biggest weapon against you. Prepare yourself now. Time is against us. Do not think you have time to organize this later. The time to act is now. As we get closer to this event, ignoring the warnings can cost us dearly. Preparation is not about fear, it is about love, love for yourself and for those who depend on you. There is still hope. Everything that is coming is a call to humanity. It is a reminder that we need to reconnect with what really matters: faith, action, and caring for one another. If there is one thing that will be tested in the times ahead, it is your faith. The darkness that is coming will not only be physical, but also spiritual, a time of trial where fear, doubt, and the forces of evil will try to dominate. That is why faith needs to be strengthened now, because it will be your greatest protection. More than stored food or blessed candles, it is your connection with the divine that will sustain you and your family. Without this spiritual foundation, despair can take over, and hope can fade along with the light. The message has been clear: prepare your hearts. This moment is not just an event, but a purification, a call for you to turn to God with more intensity than ever. What does purification mean? Purification is not a punishment, but an opportunity. a time in which humanity will be confronted with its choices, with its mistakes, and with its distancing from divine love. During these days, it will not only be the outer darkness that will prevail, there will be a battle within each person, a struggle between fear and trust, between doubt and faith. To win this fight, it is essential to understand that faith is not just believing, it is acting, trusting, and surrendering yourself completely to the divine will. When everything seems lost, faith is the light that guides you. How to strengthen your faith now? Faith is not something that is built from one day to the next. It is a daily practice, a constant commitment. If you want to be prepared, start today. Here are the steps you can take. 1. Pray the Holy Rosary every day. Each prayer is like a shield that protects you and strengthens you. It is not just a repetition of words, but an intimate dialogue with God. 2. Read the Bible daily. Within it, you will find comfort, wisdom, and answers to the challenges you will face. Passages like Psalm 91 are particularly powerful for moments of danger. 3. Practice forgiveness. Free yourself from the weight of sorrows. Purification begins within, and forgiveness is essential to free your soul and strengthen your connection with the divine. 4. Seek reconciliation. This is the moment to reconcile yourself, leaving behind everything that separates you. Confession is an act of humility and spiritual power. 5. Prayer will be your most powerful weapon. When the lights go out, prayer will keep your mind steady and your soul at peace. Pray before family, create an environment of prayer, and have a crucifix. They are reminders of the divine protection that is always present. Remember, prayer is not just asking, it is trusting, recognizing that even in the face of the unknown, God is in control. The Virgin Mary promised that those who remained firm in faith would be protected during times of darkness. She will be interceding for us, guiding and protecting those who trust in her guidance. Have the Holy Rosary in your hands. Each bead is like a chain that connects you to divine grace. Surrender yourself in your prayers. Mary, cover me with your mantle, guide me to the light of your Son. Many will think they can face what is coming based solely on material resources. But when fear creeps in, when the loneliness of darkness takes over, it will be your faith that will define whether you resist or fall. This purification is an opportunity to realign your life. Do not put off until tomorrow what needs to be done today. Do not wait until the signs become impossible to ignore. Spiritual preparation is urgent and begins with a simple act of opening the heart. There are moments in history when the divine intervenes directly to guide us, protect us, and, above all, warn us. This is one of those moments. What is about to happen has already been announced, but many ignore these warnings, believing that they are just stories or superstitions. Do not deceive yourself. The messages that have been given to us are clear, powerful, and come with promises for those who choose to listen and act. The Virgin Mary, in her infinite goodness and compassion, has warned us repeatedly throughout the centuries, from Fatima to other recognized apparitions. She has asked for prayer, conversion, and preparation. There will be a great darkness. This message echoes in several revelations. The Virgin Mary warns us of a time when the world will be purified, and faith will be the only shield against what is to come. Remain at home during the 3 days of darkness. The guidance is clear: do not go out, do not open windows, do not give in to curiosity. This will be a moment of reflection and prayer, not of action outside. Pray the Rosary. Prayer will be your spiritual strength. Each mystery of the Rosary is a light that pierces the darkness and keeps your soul protected. For those who hear these warnings and prepare themselves, there is no need to fear. Our Lady promised that she will be by the side of each one who seeks refuge in her intercession and trusts in her guidance. In addition to the protection of the Virgin Mary, we have a powerful ally in the spiritual battle, Archangel Michael, the warrior of light. He is not only a heavenly defender, but a leader in the war against darkness. Invoke his protection. Archangel Michael was sent to protect God's children. He is the shield against the forces of evil that will try to enter your mind and heart. Pray the prayer of Saint Michael. This prayer has special power in times of trial, during days of darkness. Pronounce with faith, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in combat. Having his image at home, a reminder of his powerful presence, can bring comfort and strengthen your faith in the most difficult moments. Our Lady and Archangel Michael assured us that protection is available to those who take the right steps. But this protection requires more than just external actions. It requires a heart committed to faith. The Virgin promised to wrap, with her mantle of protection, all those who trust in her. This promise is for you, but it requires prayer, devotion, and surrender. Archangel Michael will be fighting on your behalf, warding off all temptation and spiritual danger that tries to penetrate your home. Do not ignore the warnings. You may be wondering if this will really happen. This is not the first time that the Divine has sent warning messages to humanity. Whenever these messages were ignored, the consequences were devastating. In Fatima, Our Lady warned about wars and destruction, but many did not listen. In the days of Noah, people ignored the warnings until it was too late. Now you are facing a new warning. The choice is yours. The signs are all around us: extreme weather events, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions. The intensification of these catastrophes is a reminder that the Earth is undergoing a transformation. But the most important signs are in people's hearts: a growing lack of faith, divisions in families and communities, a growing disconnect from what is sacred. These signs are clear to those who choose to see. They are a call to action. The messages and promises are not just words, they are a call. There is no more time for doubts or procrastination. The choice to prepare yourself spiritually is now yours. Ignoring these warnings is a risk that no one should take. You have heard the warnings, understood the gravity of what is to come, and now you are faced with a choice: to act or to ignore them. The difference between these two paths is enormous. Those who act with faith, preparation, and determination will be protected. Those who wait or underestimate the signs will be unprepared. Let me be direct about the impact of what is coming. The time to act is not tomorrow. It is not when you feel you are ready. It is now. The clock is ticking, and as it passes, we draw closer to a decisive moment that no one can avoid. The urgency of action. We often believe that there is time, that the warnings can be postponed, that these warnings are just empty words. The signs are clear, and global events show that we are heading towards a critical point. Natural disasters are intensifying. The increase in solar activity, for example, is already being pointed out by scientists as a risk of global blackouts. The division between peoples and nations has never been so intense, and global tensions are getting worse every day. On a spiritual level, a massive disconnect from faith is leaving people vulnerable to fear, despair, and loss of purpose. If you wait until all this is visible to everyone, it will be too late to react. What to do now? You don't have to solve everything at once, but you do need to take the first step today. Here are the most important actions to get started. Prepare your home. Make sure you have the basics: blessed candles, matches, non-perishable food, drinking water, and a first aid kit. Do not underestimate the importance of being physically ready for 3 days of darkness. Organize your family. Talk to them about the importance of staying united and focused on prayer during difficult days. Involve them in planning and ensure everyone knows what to do. Strengthen your faith. Start or intensify your routine of prayer. Pray the Rosary daily, read the Bible, and meditate on its words. This is not only a spiritual act, but a way to strengthen your mind and heart against fear. Confess your sins. Seek confession as a step towards reconciliation. Purification begins within you, and being spiritually prepared is as important as physical preparation. What is at stake? During the 3 days of darkness, the test will be much more than surviving physically. It will be a test of faith, trust, and inner strength. The greatest enemy will be fear, and those who are not spiritually prepared may succumb to doubt, despair, and temptation. Remember what was promised. Those who remain firm in faith and follow divine guidance will be protected. This is not just a promise, but a guarantee. The decision is yours. Maybe you are thinking, is this real? Should I really worry? The risk of not preparing is much greater than the effort to be ready. If you ignore these warnings and the worst happens, by acting now, you will not only be protecting yourself, but also the people you love. You will be showing that you value your life, your faith, and the greater purpose that has been given to you. The community of faith is your strength. This is also the time to unite with others who share this vision. Collective prayer, mutual support, and a sense of community will be crucial in the days ahead. Do not face this alone. Look for your spiritual family, whether at home or in your religious community. The first step starts now. Do not postpone any longer. Here are your priorities. Take inventory of what you already have and what you need to acquire for your physical preparation. Establish a daily routine of prayer and Bible reading. Teach your family the importance of prayer and spiritual unity. Confess your sins and seek communion as soon as possible. The future is in your hands. What you do from now on will determine how you will face the days to come. Don't wait for someone else to make these decisions for you. The choice is yours, and the time to act is now.